God has given you a superpower that you may not even be aware that you have. You are truly amazing. And I just mean that from the very bottom of my heart. You have such a presence and a power about you. One of the things that makes you so unique is your ability to see through the heart, to the heart of someone. Not your ability to really look on the outside, but like our Father in heaven, you're able to see beyond the frame. See, you have had an encounter with somebody, or maybe a couple of people, where you were able to really see them for who they really were. Not in a bad way. You were able to see their potential. You were able to see who they really were beyond the title. You were able to really see that person's heart. And a lot of times when you have this capability and this gift that God has given you, sometimes it scares people. Sometimes people don't know what to really do with it. Sometimes it makes folks uncomfortable because very seldom do you run across somebody that really cares about the heart of a man. But you were able to do that. You were able to not be impressed by anything, but literally sit and hold space and listen and pour into, even though you were not trying to pour into. It's just the way that your spirit has been cultivated throughout your life based upon your tests, your trials, your triumphants, your lessons. And through that, the progression of all of those occurrences, you have been able to really narrow in on somebody. It's like you are a spiritual healer by default because of who you are connected to. You're able to come into people's lives and really speak life on a cellular level. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're so just connected with God. Isn't it something how when you go through things in your life, sometimes you don't really understand why you go through as much as you go through. Sometimes it seems unfair that you go through so many things. Sometimes you look at other people and they have it oh so easy while you just have it oh so hard. Sometimes you're able to look at people and they have regular families and it's like you come from a family where people are just straight up crazy. It seems like sometimes that you may be the only one that's got good sense in that family, but it's amazing what happens when God chooses somebody. Because when he chooses you, he sets you down and he begins to pour into, he begins to pull back, he begins to uncover layers, he begins to just put more of his spirit on the inside of you. And so you're so highly spiritually magnetic from a higher frequency in God that when you have an opportunity to sit down in front of somebody, their lives change. They wake up. They get an awakening. They're never the same again. Whether you're in that person's life permanently, for a moment, or for a season, one thing is sure and clear. They will never forget you. They will never forget the impact that you had on their lives. And although some people don't know how to put it into words, the value that you brought to an experience, the way that you were able to really see them for who they were, the way that you were able to hold space and hold secrets, the way that you were able to pray and not expect anything in return. It was just the way that you are. Keep being you. Don't stop. Continue to trust God. Continue to do good. Continue to qualify people and relationships. Continue to set those boundaries, but you have to remember that the gift that you have in being who you are, it's changing the world. Because one thing is so true and one thing is for certain. You had an encounter with somebody and their life has not been the same since. You being able to see through a person and really speak life into them is something that they have never experienced before a day in their lives. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. It doesn't matter if they don't even say thank you. What you did was what God put you there to do. And don't you ever feel bad for people who misunderstand you or who may even treat you different, weird, or run away from you because of the gift that God has placed on the inside of you. Continue to run this race with grace, power, and assurance and confidence, knowing that you're doing what God has put you here to do, and that is to change the world. I love you guys. Peace. And I still be believing in you. Have a good night.